Okay, today you are going to be solving multi-step equations. Last week you did two-step equations. This week you're going to do one more step at the beginning of the problem, and then it will become a two-step equation. So you'll have a problem or some problems today that will look like 8 minus x equals -2. When you get a problem, you see a problem, and you notice more than one variable on one side of the equal sign, your first step is going to be to combine like terms. It could be variables or it could be constants, regular numbers. In this case, you have two negative x's on the same side of the equal sign, so you have to combine them. And what they combine to, when you combine these two together, you end up with the 8 coming straight down. You've got -1x minus 1x. And -1 minus 1 would be -2x. And that's equal to -2. So now what you have left is a two-step equation. So your next step is going to be your first step from last week, which is to isolate the variable. And in this case, you would do that by subtracting 8 from each side. Now these 8's will cancel. And this -2x comes straight down. And it's equal to -2 minus 8, which would be -10. And then your last step would be to perform the inverse operation. That means you're going to do the opposite of whatever's being done to the variable. In this case, the variable, the x, is being multiplied by -2. So you're going to divide both sides by -2. So these -2's will cancel. And the x will fall straight down. And -10 divided by -2 is +5. And you are finished. Any questions there? All right, let's try one that looks like 76 plus 4 minus 12d equals 50. Same steps, same process. But in this case, you have two constants on the same side of the equal sign. So what you combine here is the 76 plus 4. And 76 plus 4 is 80. Minus your 12d equals 50. Next step would be to isolate the variable. So you would subtract 80 from each side. and a negative 12d would equal 50 minus 80 is negative 30. And then you could divide both sides by negative 12. The 12s will cancel. The d comes straight down. And negative 30 divided by negative 12, that's going to be a positive. 30 divided by 12, that's 2.5. Let's try (8p) minus 2 minus 2p equals 22. In this case, you have an 8p and a negative 2p on the same side of the equal sign. So you're going to combine those. And 8p minus 2p is 6p. The negative 2 just falls down, and so does the equal sign and the 22. And now you're left with a two-step equation. And you would add 2 to each side. These 2's will cancel each other out. The 6p falls down, and it's equal to 24. And then you could divide both sides by 6. The 6's will cancel, and p equals 4. Any questions on any of those types of problems? Same thing that you did last week, except in your first step on each of these problems today, you are going to be combining like terms. All right? Your assignment for today, I've got a handout for you. It's page 98. I want you to do problems 10 through 18 on a separate sheet of paper. Make sure that you show all your work. Please don't write on the handout. We're going to be using this handout all week. You're going to need it all week. We're just doing about 9 problems per day right off of this handout. All right, anybody have any questions?